Hello, how we are doing? How are we doing? Um, like buses in the night. It's like there's no buses in the night, so that's why I've not done any beer reviews for apart from the one about 10 minutes ago. Kind of just trying to ease myself back into beer reviewing, whatever that thing is. Anywho, um, I need to go and get a glass. How pro am I? I need a glass. Because I'm trying to crack on with it quickly. I was going to use the other glass, and bear with me, I'm back in a sec. I'm only human, born to make mistakes. I have a glass. Right, let's start again. Got a glass now. Let me just go back to that. See what's going on. So, as the title of the thing suggests, other half. So these guys are out of New York, I believe. Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. They've got like tap rooms in, I think, is it Rochester, Upper New York, towards Buffalo. Yeah, so this is Cheddar Broccoli. So as you can see, it's a double dry hopped IPA, or Imperial IPA. They're saying it's coming in, as it says on the screen, it's 7.9% ABV. I've had the original standard broccoli. I don't know what's different with this. I've just checked. Does it tell you what hops are in this? Oh yes, it does. Because some breweries can be really funny with letting you know what's actually in the bloody beer, which is a bit of a pain when you, especially if you're trying to do a review like this. You have to go on websites and everything. There's hoops, but yeah, in this case, there's hops. So Cascade, Mosaic, Simcoe, Hallertau, Blanc, I'm butchering that shit up. There's a couple of hops there that I'm pretty tongue twisted with. Waiti, Kuwaiti, butchering the shit out. Now read it. Them two in the middle, Citra and Equinox. So there's quite a lot going on in this. With hand-selected blend of hops given, I don't really want to go into that because I'm going to make my own mind up. But yeah, we'll give that a go. I've reviewed the original broccoli. Christ, when was that? 2017. I think my good friend Rob from Hopsy. I think it was after the first Hop City. He very kindly, there you go. Just before I was going home, he gave me a can of broccoli to review. So, but a lot of these beers were kind of all new. The brewery was new in the UK. Literally just first started to come into the UK, this brewery. And back in the day, I was really, really into hazies. It's changed a bit since then. I still like them, but I'm not overly bothered if I don't get all the latest. Well, I can't get all the latest releases because everyone does them now. I mean, that looks absolutely fantastic. These guys are really well known. They're more well known for their triple IPAs, and they used to be, because I've not really done a review of another half beer for many years. I had a fair few of them recently. There was a tap room. There's 4 breweries at Beer Merchants Tap in London. I think it was these guys and 3 other breweries, and I had a fair few of their beers, and they were tasting on point. So beer in a glass, it didn't really pour much of a head. It dissipated really quickly, which is okay. Considering it's the ABV, it is 7.9. It's not kind of, I thought that would hang around a little bit more, but that kind of fizzled out. I don't know, a bit weird. Obviously a lovely orange colour, hazy. Obviously it's got, it's a New England style IPA. It doesn't give you anything else about other ingredients apart from the hops, which is always a bit meh. Government warnings, etc. Otherhalfbrewing.com is a website. If you go and check them out. I used to put all the links down below for the breweries, but yeah. Cheers, Paul, and cheers, Jimmy. Hope you're both doing good. And someone else in the chat there, I don't know who you are. You've not said anything yet, so that's probably why. Anyway, aroma. Again, this has been out of the fridge probably about 20 minutes, just before I started the first review. So not quite as long as the other one, but yeah. So it's got time to just warm up slightly. Nose then. I'm getting a slight kind of garlicky type. I wouldn't say oniony garlicky like back in the day. It used to be more pronounced, but I think it's probably because back then this kind of style of beer was all new, and you used to get a lot of oniony garlicky. Probably more with UK breweries trying to do this style, because the Americans were a few years ahead of the game when it comes to this kind of sort of style of beer. But we've caught up now. Yeah, so I'm getting like a pineapple, pale stone fruit, like a nectarine kind of quite juicy orange kind of deal to this one. I know you sipped it then. Obviously very citrusy. It's got a nice kind of almost like there's like a pithy orange. There's kind of always coming across like slightly dry. Yeah, overall it smells an absolute juice bomb. So let's go into it. So cheers for joining. Kind of a sharper orange than I was expecting. Right at the very front on the tip of the tongue. Leaving some kind of residual sweetness on the palate, which is not overly sweet, but there's a kind of a sweetness there. Reminds me of sweet Valencia orange, actually, or like Satsuma. That kind of that they're a bit more sweeter. But obviously, we only get them at sort of late in the year, Christmas time. It's more of a thing. It hasn't got the mouthfeel I was expecting for it, because these guys were well known for that sort of kind of decadent, almost, for a hazy beer. Let's pour a bit more in, see if it changes a little bit. I didn't want to swirl the can just in case it's got any floaties or anything. It shouldn't have. They're not really known for that. This brewery has really flooded the market in the last few years. I will get into your comments in a minute. I appreciate you all. You're all awesome. They've really, they've become sort of, they're reasonably priced, but then some of them they're a little bit more than what we would pay for our kind of beers here, which you'd expect because they are imported. I get that, but you're not really getting anything extra that we don't really produce here kind of already. Maybe one or two breweries in the States now are still ahead of the UK game, but I think more often than not, you get to your known suspects in the UK brewery wise, and they're pretty down there really. Fortunately enough, I've got one about 15 miles away from me. I've got a few beers in the fridge to review actually. We'll see whether that's tonight or not, but yeah. What was I going to say? So these guys, yeah, they produce a lot of beer now, a lot of different beers, and they're just generally sat on websites or wherever they are at. They just always seem to be available. So they've kind of not got that kind of when you used to hear of Other Half in the UK, you used to be, oh wow, Other Half, and if you could get a can of it, you'd be like, wow, where'd you get that from? Now it's just like there's multiple websites online you can get these beers from. And I actually bought this beer locally in Broadstairs up the road at the place called the Bottleneck. So in like a local place is starting to get, I mean, it's rare for them, don't get me wrong, but this is where it's become. Anyhow, waffling on, back to tasting and drinking. Has it changed? I'm getting more of a pineapple note now, pineapple chunks, that kind of thing. There is a little bit of, it reminds me of like a slightly pulpy apricot kind of thing going on. It's a little bit kind of jam-like. Body of the beer then, it's the upper end of a medium. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's like a full-bodied beer. For my palate, at least, it's not there. Well, it's 7 point. God, it's on the screen. Why am I looking on the can? 7.9. It's a very good beer. I'm just trying to put it into where I'm at with hazy beers these days. It's a very good hazy, It's not blowing me away. It's very lovely to drink if you never had this style of beer before. It might be a bit too strong, maybe. I mean, it's not bitter, but I mean, a lot of people are put off with ABV with beers these days, and I've just realised I've not. That's going to go off in a minute if I don't do that. Oh, that was lucky. I thought because I had my charger on. Whoa, nearly lost the laptop then. That would have been good. Started off with no glass and then the battery goes flat on the laptop. Good review, that one. Right, back to this. Actually, we'll leave that. We'll come back to that. We'll have a look at Sue's in the chat. So I feel a little bit guilty not shouting people out, saying hello. So Paul, PA Outdoors Couple, how you doing? PA Brew News, formerly. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Jamie C again. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, broccoli, it's a good one. Yeah, I've not had this one before, I don't think, but I'll have to check on the old Untap. But yeah, Susie, how you doing, my dear? Hope you're doing good. Thanks for joining again, and yeah, appreciate you. And Mr. Alaskan Assassin Adventures, cheers. Don't know if you've probably been on my lives before. Not that I do many, but I'm going to try and get back into them a bit more. I've had quite a hiatus from doing beer reviews. I generally don't do live beer reviews. They're all generally pre-recorded. But I thought I'd start doing these sort of things again. It's been about 8 months. Well, I had that one recently, but I was pretty drunk in a pub doing it. It kind of don't really count for me. I was pretty munted, to be fair. Pardon me. Put that there. Why am I putting that there? I haven't finished yet. I'm just talking like it's a hangout. So yeah, how's everyone's week been? How has your Friday been, etc.? Looking forward to the weekend. Having a few days off work or whatever. A few beers, barbecues. It's actually a warmer day today than it has been. It's been pretty chilly all week. So I say chilly, for us, it's been pretty chilly. Living on the East Coast, wind off the sea, it's not cold, it's about 10, 11 degrees, but in May, that's pretty cold. It went up to about 16 today. The wind dropped a little bit. It was all right. There we go. Back to there. How you doing, Rebecca? Hope you're doing well. How's sunny Wales going? But yeah. So yeah, cheers to everyone who's joined. Jagman, how you doing? Good to see you all. But yeah, back to the beer then. it's a brewery that, for us in the UK, used to be a wow brewery. Now, as I say, the edge has taken off a little bit, and our breweries have kind of got better as well. So it's kind of a little bit of both. It's kind of that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a good beer. Would I buy it again? Maybe. If it's on tap somewhere, I might try it again, kind of thing. Depends what else is on. Would I go out my way to try and find this beer again? With the price point and all. I think you're looking around about, I can't remember exactly what I paid for it. You're looking around about the tenner mark. I think there's just as good a beers in the UK at a cheaper price. Just as good, if not sometimes better. But that's just me. I think that's where the breweries have caught up. This is where these guys are still at that where they were. Other styles of beers like triple IPAs, they're certainly well renowned for amazing triple IPAs. If you like that kind of thing, I had a fair few on Sunday. I got a little bit out of hand with it because I think I've done 3 triple IPAs and an Imperial stout and 2 litres of bloody cider on Sunday, and it was pretty rough. So yeah. People saying hi to each other. Wales is stunning. Cool. Yeah, it was a nice day here, but the wind got up this afternoon, but it was warmer than it has been. It was nice. So, Jackman's drinking Bull House West Coast IPA. It's not great. Wow, okay. I've had a few Bull House beers before. When they first come onto the scene, a fair few years ago from Ireland, but they're about. But that would be a beer I'd actually pick up. I don't know if do you like West Coast IPAs though, Jagman? I can't remember. You'll have to message me. I can't remember, but yeah, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Anyway, they're normally good. Yeah, they're okay. They do some nice lower strength stuff. It's not a brewery I'm like, oh, I've got to get that kind of thing. There's always, because I'm always looking out for West Coast type things and stuff like that these days. If I see that, then it'll be, I'll have a West Coast over a hazy beer. But that's just where my palate's changed over the last 10 years or even longer, really. Kind of coming full circle now. I like lagers a lot more than I used to, kind of thing as well. So, but anyway, one more sip and then we'll clear off. Yeah, overall, as I've said, I wouldn't go out and rush and buy this. If you're used to your hazies here in the UK, it's not something that... again, if you want to try it, yeah, this is basically what I'm doing. I thought it was going to be... I must admit, I thought it was going to be a bit better. But I think that's just where I'm at with hazies these days. There's 1 or 2 breweries in the UK that really are producing some fantastic beers in this style. And as I say, one of them's just up the road. I don't want to name the brewery on another brewery's kind of review, but yeah. So that's it. I may be back with a review later on. We'll see how the evening pans out. Thank you all for watching. If you've after the fact or whatever. But yeah, I am trying to get back into the swing of things, doing the old reviews again. So just trying to get myself back to kind of the old me, I guess, after a little bit of a turbulent time, etc. So yeah, big thanks to everyone who's joined. Rebecca, Jagman, Susie, who else was it? Alaskan, Jimmy C, and Paul. Cheers, you're all awesome. Thanks for watching then, and yeah, I might be around later tonight somewhere. Maybe not. We'll see how it pans out. If not, then you all have a good weekend, and yeah, see you. Not a comment there, just went. Yeah, you all have a good weekend, and I'll see you see you when I see you. Take care. Cheers for now.